Hello, Leos. Welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your November of 2016 Intuitive Tarot reading. I'm using the Tarot of the Hidden Realm deck this month. I also want to let you know that this reading can be used for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs. If you're interested in a private reading with me, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or you can book directly through my website using the link below. All right, looking at the top, I want to take you through the cards first. We have the Two of Wands on the left, the Four of Wands in the center, and the Knight of Wands on the right. And then in the center row from the left, the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Chariot card, known as the Fairy Stallion in this deck. And then down below we have all major arcana, the Hierophant, Justice, and the Star card. Looking at the center card, the Three of Pentacles, my feeling with this reading in general, because the center card in this spread is always very important. I like that I'm sensing that you've been busy and there's been a lot of planning, but I'm also kind of picking up on taking a moment to assess what's happening before things continue to move forward. But not so much in terms of needing to account for something or to make different plans or anything like that, but just to kind of take a look back at what you've done and recognize it fully. And I do feel that with that, there is some sense of that helping you to further organize, but it's really about you appreciating the work that you've done so far. So it does feel very strongly work related, but I'm also picking up on some spiritual work and also some building in a relationship. This feels like a challenging relationship for some reason. I'm not sure who the figures are. It definitely involves you and someone else, and it feels mainly like a romantic relationship, though it could also be involving a child of some kind, either your own or someone that you care for or someone you're related to. But there's some challenges. So I'm picking up on some learning disabilities maybe, or mental disabilities. But in terms of a romantic relationship, I'm picking up on different backgrounds or challenges because of different values, and maybe even some arguments that have come from that. But it feels like a very passionate relationship. The entire top row is fire energy. And I do feel you coming through as this Knight of Wands, Leo. Below you is also that Fairy Stallion. So this knight in particular is not on a horse, but it normally is, and there's a lot of that speedy energy and also just this stealthy energy and a way to channel creativity. It feels like, although the king is usually the master, this is definitely someone in their peak of passion and creativity. And with the Chariot below it, I really sense this feeling of speed and movement, but with skill, being able to wield your abilities. So that pertains to work, but in terms of a relationship, it really feels like you're at a key point of being able to understand what's happening with, again, it feels like, I don't want to call it tension, but it just feels like challenges. And this is a very key point in balancing that and understanding it and taking what you need from it, learning from one another, and also getting over some sort of hurdle by using your passion, but also ability to reason and creativity. So I really feel that right now there's continued movement. I'm not feeling a stopping point necessarily, but I feel like it is important for you to take a step back and look at what's happening and appreciate it for what it is. This is a major cycle for you, and a lot is being learned. And I feel that you're being encouraged to really take a step back and appreciate that, but also continue to work with the energies that surround you, energies of creativity, and passion and movement, lots of speed and action. So the Two of Wands and the Four of Wands are adding to that sense of building something with the Three of Pentacles. I sense a lot of collaboration and building of a foundation with the Four of Wands. So I do sense that for some of you, this is, again, about a very passionate relationship, one that is possibly facing some challenges. And I'm getting some of that from the Five of Wands to the left of the Three of Pentacles. But I also sense that there is some sort of group effort for some of you Leos taking place. This feels like it's more work related. And it can also just be working together with others in spiritual activities, but definitely collaborating and planning and building. And for some of you, this feels like really a really important period. The building of something that feels like it's your life's work, your life's mission. And I really see that coming forward for you, looking at all of these cards and the top 6 cards. And although the Five of Wands can be about conflict, what I'm sensing more, I still get this feeling of success and movement, especially with the Chariot. So with that Five of Wands, especially in terms of work, I'm really sensing almost too many ideas coming together, and it still has that fire energy, but some of those, it's like getting wires crossed a little bit. Some of that can be dampened if there are too many cooks in the kitchen or too many ideas coming all at once. So I think that's where some of that organization does come in too with the Three of Pentacles. So that's a message, especially in relation to working on a project or beginning something, even starting a business, but also in working together in a spiritual sense. I'm definitely picking up on some people coming together to do healing work or collaborating in some way using combined spiritual skills. And so some organization is being called for there as well for optimal success. I want to come to the major arcana in the bottom row. So there's definitely some really powerful messages here. We have 4 out of 9 cards are major arcana. So give me just a moment. I want to tune in. This feels to me like it's referring to a specific event, and I do feel success around something that is being decided, and this of course could be very literal and be a court ruling of some kind, especially with the Hierophant and Justice. But it's not going to be that literal for all of you, but it does feel like a turning point. And so either a specific point in time that a change will take place, or an actual event where something is meant to be decided. It could just be about a meeting and a coming together to make some important decision. But it does feel like it will be successful. I get the sense that this is something that has been, a lot of planning has gone into it. And whatever it is, it feels very important. It could be family related. And that makes me pick up a bit more on maybe an actual court case. But it could also just be a meeting. In terms of just an energetic turning point, I do feel that it's very much related to this creative energy and especially business related plans to move forward with something. It's that time where the Three of Pentacles can also very much be a turning point. It's where you've kind of gathered up enough momentum and built enough of a foundation to really call it something or to really launch something. So although the Pentacles don't have that fire energy, it can definitely give you that sense of having built up enough to really get started. It's established, and from there on, growth is possible and even necessary at some point. So I'm even kind of feeling like growth is necessary to keep up the momentum. So there may be also a call for some of you to bring in more parties, especially if it's a work-related thing. And in terms of a relationship, because I do feel that these major arcana are coming through as a really important lesson in this, whatever this relationship is. And I don't mean to highlight that it's been all arguments and fighting. It doesn't feel that angry. But it does feel a little chaotic. It feels like a lot of passions have been running high, and two people have been really trying to get on the same page with each other. And this energetic turning point that I feel will most likely be this month, it feels like it's going to be really successful and a really positive move forward for you, Leos. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments, or you can contact me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Thank you.